Hi, Matt Liebin-Vidal from Karnakalistics. I wanted to talk about you. Um, and I just want to just start with where I'm at the moment, where my transition or my step forward. And though despite I give talks and though despite I work with people to motivate them to do what they want in life, um, I'm just talking straight from the heart. Nothing scripted today. It's just about just a couple of things that's on my mind. I just wanted to put down a video. I'm hoping or I'm praying whether this affects 50 people, one person, doesn't really matter, but it matters if it helps and has an interaction with somebody that they can take something from it, and maybe that it's gonna maybe open some doors and make them get like light bulb moment kick off. Because I listen to a lot of motivational speeches and I've read a lot of books, but it's not always all of them that resonate with me at that time. Sometimes further on down the line, some things do, but sometimes they don't. Doesn't matter whether it does or it doesn't. It may affect you now, may affect you in 5 years, may affect you in a month. Maybe someone that you know, but like and share and pass on to whoever you feel would be beneficial for it. Any questions, just drop me a message at the bottom. So yeah, really, just looking at you and everyone's running around trying to. I work with a lot of people. Okay, I see about 20 to 30 clients a week, and a lot of the clients I've noticed were saying that they're stuck, they don't know where to go, they don't know how to move things forward, that it's someone else's fault that they had a good job or they had a good relationship and it's ended, for whatever the context of the story was. There is a consistency to all these things that I always say when I say to people, and that consistency is that it's happening to you. Now, a lot of the time, some people just look at themselves and say, well, yeah, it's happened to me, and that person's got a better job than me, or moved on to a better job, or moved on to a better relationship than me, or has a better house than me, or is in a better place within himself. Now, that's them. You don't know what their journey is, what their story is. Your link with yourself is about you. And part of the story is that you've got to look at where you're at right now in this moment in time, and go, okay, right, I'm feeling like this, I'm feeling confused, lost, and so on and so forth, and work with those feelings, and really own those feelings. A lot of people who know me say you need to own your stuff, own your own shit. So many times people don't. And when you own it, you can do something about it. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone, send a text, or even better, call them, and just have that interaction with somebody. Go and see them. Go out to lunch. Do something, but please do talk. Because again, as I said, this is what this is titled. This is about you. This is about finding the magic. You're the expert of you. Not me, the expert of you. I can only guide you. People can only guide you. People can only show you. But the reality is, you are the expert of you. So, when you're in this situation and you're stuck, what the best thing would be is to go, okay, well, what do I have that is happening right now? I work with people who've been evicted from their homes, or they've lost their loved ones, or they've won long-term illnesses, or for whatever reason. And what I'll try and help them to do is, let's start from the first step, even if it means going back a few steps. That's a good first step. And the first step could be for the fact is that they look at the benefits of, no matter how small it is, whether it's just that they can read and write, maybe they can just have a good favorite tune or good song, or they can drink, or they can play an instrument. But you need to start with something that you have gratitude for. And when you start looking at yourself and then finding that you have a root, let's say let me take me for example. Last couple of weeks, I've just been really struggling with identity, finding out where I am and where I'm going. Though, despite everything, my transformation is amazing and everything's moving forward and everything's just shifting for me. I don't feel grounded. I felt like I was just a part of this chain, and what I and no matter who I would speak to and discuss it with, I don't think you would ever understand because this is not just a human thing; it's also probably a spiritual thing for me. And the reality is, even though I do this work with people, you don't necessarily think about looking self care and then looking at me and going, hold on, maybe I need to re-establish myself with my own identity and finding out what I'm about, not what my partner wants, not what my family wants, not what my kids want, not what society expects me want, and so on and so on. It's what I want and where my center is. And because for a long time, doing this work, a lot of people obviously don't really believe in spirituality and so on and so forth. People have their own views. That's fine. That's cool. But the reality is, it's helped me, and it's given me focus. It's given me directions. And if that's given me directions, and people come to me because they need help and they need guidance and support, whether it's through work or whether it is in my private life, my door's always open. And I on my Insta, I talk to people on sometimes on Facebook or YouTube. I get messages and I'll try and interact and just go. So many times I hear people say, "Oh, why don't you just get them to book you?" Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes when you're working with people, it's not even about that. There's a if you're an entrepreneur, have to be a philanthropist. I think I got that right. Is where they give without the thought of receiving. Now, I don't give with the idea because I know if I work with somebody today, that later on down the line something's going to come back out of that. But I don't think that's why I'm doing the work now. Because I trust in spirit and how spirit works, and I know how the universe works, and so on and so forth. I know a cause and effect, and if you don't know that one good deed is 10 times, probably 1,000 times more powerful than a bad deed. Okay, so if you've done a bad deed, you can replace it and blow it out of the water if you want with a good deed. When I say good deed, it doesn't mean that you're going to go and help somebody and then say, oh, well, that's a good deed. No, it means giving selflessness, helping somebody without the thought of getting something from it. When you do that, that's when things change. And I see so many times sometimes who I interact with that they are more centered about what their goals, what their achievements is, and where they're going to be, that they forget about the people around them and the people they interact with. And that's the key. Now, let me just bring this back to saying, going back to you. Now, every morning I'll do this journey, and I call it the mind journey or the gratitude journey in my spirit himself. Before I put my feet on the ground, you probably seen this one secret, but my way of doing it, from what works for me, is that my eyes are open and I pray, thank God that I'm alive, and after my illnesses that I've had and so on and so forth, I praise God every morning that I'm alive, and first thing I say to him, so how are you going to use me today to glorify you? And yeah, that sounds like really like a pastor way of talking, be a ministry way of talking, but that works for me. How am I going to be your instrument to help you, to glorify you? Because I know if I glorify him, I know it glorifies me in some way. But the fact is, but I don't do it for that purpose, if that makes sense. Because though people come up to me and say, oh, thank you so much, you've done X, Y, and Z, you're the only one that talked to me when I first met you, and even when I was in the crowd, I was so alone, you made me feel welcome. I send that back to the creator and say, you know what, thank you for making me who I am. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you for giving the parents that I had, And because I think that underlining essence, and despite what I've changing my business is scaling up, and how now I'm moving, my career is moving forward and things are happening, um, people say you're lucky, you're blessed. I don't think I'm blessed, I'm humble, and everything I do is to glorify him at the end of the day, you know. And um and this is me talking about me. Now your journey should be similar. Your journey should be going, okay, well, so as I said, when I get up in the morning, I go, thank you for how can I affect people today. Then I just go through probably three things what I'm grateful for having: my partner, my kids, my job. Or it could be my car, my partner. But it's got to be inspired. It may be one day that you'll just feel I'm grateful that I've got a good job, or I'm grateful I've got a job. I'm grateful that I've got a nice car, and it could be very materialistic thinking. It doesn't matter, yeah, but it's got to come from here. And then because the other thing is as well, because when you are in that state, it shifts, and it's about you giving. So, you can wake up in the morning and go, yeah, thank you for this. I call it the uh, typical Miss World, because it's what Miss. I don't know if people remember. I'm 45, so I remember way back when Miss World was around, and they used to go, I want to save all the animals, and I saved the world, and so on. That's just like, whatever. Fine, when they do like, respect to you, but you have to start with one thing, and you start with one thing, one person. That person fix the other, and it's just multiple. It just shifts. So I get up in the morning and I go, open my eyes and I go, thank you for today. Thank you for me being alive, and thank you. How can I glorify you today? And then I go for the things I'm grateful for. By then, and then I just center myself and then go, I'm ready for today. Put my feet on the ground and start moving forward. Try it for a week. See how you feel. See how things shift. I stopped doing that for a while, and then things just seem to just fall apart. And then there's the checkout I call overnight and it's almost like for where you can relax, and then he looks after you in the night. For example, I'll go, thank you for today. Thank you for X, Y, and Z. I do not go through the stuff I've done, because your mind's going to be spinning and you probably be up all night. I just kind of bullet point it. So I may go, oh, thank you for giving me that smile today. Thank you for making me interact with this person today. Thank you for this today, And one was, for me, it was when I got my car and I went into a shop, and then I bought something, and then he gave me not enough money back. And he goes, oh, I didn't give you enough money back. And I was like, bless you. Thank you for that. He goes, yeah, God bless you too. So when I was going to sleep that night, I said, thank you for giving me that interaction with this honest man, and bless him and his family. Because, it is, I don't believe it's a bad world. I don't think it's a bad world. I think there are bad people in a bad world, but I don't think it's a bad world. So I just saw a orb fly past beyond this camera. So I just look into it whenever I'm seeing something in my place. But anyway, so this is about you. And so when you look at you, and then you unpick the situations that you're in, or say if you're stuck and you can't get out of it. So say you're in a job and then you're not happy. Find the good things about your job that you like. And all right, you may be being bullied in it, but say, I know I've got a job, and I thank you for helping me to pay the bills, helping me to do this, helping me to do that. Once you have that there, and then what you do after that, you start saying, can you show me or present me with a opportunity for a new employment? And then keep that as your mantra. Keep going and keep that in your mind, and then don't dwell on it. Leave it. And then when you got an it, say something comes up. Then say to yourself, do the same process. Say, can you guide me in what I need to do? I went for a job which I thought I might never get, and working with NHS, I thought I would never get the job. This is just me. And I don't know prep work, and that's a big no-no. I know prep work for it because I've done a job before. I know how it the kind of role is. But all the other time I've done prep works, I've got, yes, you're gifted, but however, someone more suitable, so on and so forth. So I always say do prep work anyway. Obviously, just look at how the employer is and so on and so forth. But that day, I said I knew the role, and I said I'm going to stay with who I am, and I'm going to present myself when I'm there. So I knew exactly what the role was. So when I went for an interview, I had the role play, and then it went well. We had my interview, and because I knew I didn't have all the things I had to remember to do X, Y, and Z, I had it all on paper already. So I had it on bullet point. So I had my information there, which you can take into an interview. And then, oh, thank God, I got the role. So that's just how it was. And the same thing is when I was looking for my partner, 5 years single, had a good time being single, and then but what I was liking is that companionship and being with someone and Christmases and so on and so forth. Then I just started putting out to the universe or to God and saying, I'm ready. Can you bring me not the person I want, but the person you know would be good for me? 6 months I met someone, not even that, 4 months I think it was, and I'm still with her 5 years now, going strong. So first thing is, this is about you, okay, and that is so key. And I don't know how I can unravel it and how I can make it less important. There's a scene by Les Brown where he talks about the bamboo. The bamboo is put in the soil and watered and catered for 5 years. Within 90 days, it grows 90 feet. Does a bamboo grow 90 feet in 5 years, or does it grow 90 feet in 90 days? The reality is it grows 90 feet in 5 years because the roots are being put in play, because it's been cultivated, it's been watered, it's been loved. The minute you stop watering that bamboo, i.e. watering yourself, it will just die. It will just slowly not go anywhere. That's what I'm saying about gratitude, the morning ritual, the night ritual. That's watering your plant, and cultivating it, and then seeing it develop. It's not hard work. It's 2-3 minutes, not even that. And I see so many people who, I've got to chime in, so many people that will look at their phones before they go to bed, or check their Instagram or check their Facebook and stuff. Do that, but personally, I'd say when it finishes, I personally say, why don't you just focus upon this process? Because when you do this process, you see how things can shift. So that's me signing off, and I just want to say stay blessed and learn together, and let's grow together. Stay blessed.